Navigating the schedule. This video is targeted toward all eSchedule users, members, schedulers, and administrators. This covers the basics of how to look at the schedule, configure the different schedule views and preferences, as well as looking at any open shifts and availability that may have been submitted into the scheduling department. I'm going to use our demo site here. We're currently looking at a weekly spreadsheet view, so it's important to note that eSchedule has a number of different views to look at the schedule. So if you were to come into the schedule menu here, we have hourly, daily graphical, weekly spreadsheet, monthly, and monthly roster views. So these are all different views of the schedule. Those do correspond with the icons that show up here. So if you hover over these, you'll get a little description and it'll tell you what each of these different views are here. So here's your weekly graphical, here's your weekly spreadsheet. So that's what these icons are here. If I were to hit this one here, it's going to take me into the monthly view, for example. So that's how you can use the icons or the menus to toggle through the different views. Now, if you wanted to go to a different date set, so we're looking at the week of the 12th of April through the 18th. If I want to go back a week, I'm just going to hit the green arrow here. That's going to take me back. And then over here on the right is the forward arrow. So I can go forward to the next week or the next month or whatever it is that I might be looking at. This icon here is the availability view. So this is only going to appear if you're a scheduler or if you're an administrator. Hitting that's going to show the availability right on the schedule. We do have a separate video that talks about availability, but that is what that icon does there. Here's your schedule preferences. So we recommend, at least in your initial login, you come into your schedule preferences, and there's a few different things that you can set up within your preferences. So when you come into eSchedule and you were to click schedule, you're going to choose what your default schedule view is, both in terms of the overall month, day, or week, and then the view itself. So the view here actually corresponds to different subsets of shifts. So if you don't have any options here in your default view, that means your organization does not have these set up. That's something that our support team can help with. So what this does is filters down different subsets of shifts and makes the schedule a little bit easier to look at. So that's something that you can also choose. The shift time, pretty straightforward. If you want to see the time of the shift next to each member's name, you can either show or hide that. EMT level, I'll go ahead and turn that on here just so you can see these little letters. Let me zoom in here for you. These letters that show up here, these are just what we call our position icons or clearance or trainer icons. So P is a paramedic preceptor, B might be an EMT preceptor, and those can be configured differently within each eSchedule account. So that is the EMT level. Recurrence icon, if I go ahead and show that, you'll see these little black arrows now show up next to everyone's name. These people are on a recurring schedule or a rotating schedule. So that is once again the recurrence icon. And then if you're a scheduler, you can turn on or off closed shifts. So let me go back here. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. And you'll notice that we do not currently see the closed shifts here. If I hit this and go back in to show those, hit save, you'll notice I'm now able to work with all these different closed shifts here that appear on the schedule. We do have a separate video that talks about closing and opening shifts and standby events, so if you're a scheduler, you may want to check that out as well. The last thing I'm going to talk about is open shifts. If you want to look at the open shifts on the schedule, of course, you can do that. You can also take a look at the open shifts report. That's another way to look and see what has not been filled or covered by one of your members or employees. So that is how you navigate the schedule. If you have any questions, please contact our support team. Thanks for watching.